This episode of the No Good Struggle podcast is brought to you by Battlezone Radio, 90.1 FM, 107.3 WUSB, every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, midnight to 3 a.m. Giving you the rawest underground hip-hop, old school, true school, 90s, 2000. We play local artists, unsigned artists. Pretty much not what you're going to hear on the radio. You know what I'm saying? We do this every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, midnight to 3 a.m. Listening. Shout out to Digital, Richie Ruckus, DJ Tiger, Lies Paparazzi, the whole squad out there. It's also brought to you by OT Chess Studios, OTChess.com, Off the Chess Studios. Anything you need for audio, visual, website design, they got you. You know what I'm saying? Go check out my man Matt Fallon, Presidential Powers. They'll hook you up. It's also brought to you as well as Aragona Comedy Club. Shout out to John Butera, the creator of Aragona Comedy Club. He puts together 95% of the shows that I do. Real cool cat, dope shows. If you're ever looking to get into comedy, you can. You're in the New York area, hit up John Butera on Facebook, and he's real good at putting cats on. Nice guy, funny cat, you know, and puts together, like I said, really dope shows. So shout out to Aragona Comedy Club and John Butera. And it's also brought to you by Full Blast Radio. My man DJ Tiger and DJ Goomba put together this internet radio station. They play the No Good Struggle podcast on their radio show. They put it out there, so shout out to them for that. They play real dope hip hop. They DJ live, you know, via YouTube and shit. It's really dope. So go check them out. Today, my guest is Johnny MacDonald. No relation. He's MAC. I'm MC. But he's a real funny cat. I'm going to get to sit down and talk with him. We're going to BS, probably talk a little bit about WrestleMania, comedy, and see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? So introducing, very funny, Johnny MacDonald.
I'll take you for a ride. I'm a garbage truck. Oh no, I take you to the dump, 'cause you're my queen. Take you uptown, I show you the sights, you know you wanna ride. I'm a garbage truck. Truck, we'll pass the mansions by, drive right through the needle's eye. Oh my, I got a stereo, you just gotta turn the knob, and baby we'll go as far as we can. I'll be your garbage man. I'll take out your junk and I'll crush it down. Jesus in the rear view, and the highway patrol is up ahead. In my garbage truck, I'll never throw you away. When you're old and gray, we'll just roll it away.
What's up, Johnny?
We're going live. What's up, Jay? Thank you for having me.
No doubt. You don't have to be that close to the mic.
All right, I can sit back. All right, cool.
Yeah, you can sit back.
That's cool.
You're good. Yep.
All right, dope,
Perfect.
man.
Perfect. As a matter of fact, you're good. Well, I can actually lower you a little bit. Your voice is good.
Oh, okay.
Carries.
All right, cool.
So what's going on, my man?
Not much, man. Just happy to be in Huntington Station.
Yeah, nobody ever says that.
I don't come out here that often.
I live here, and I don't even say that.
Yeah. So, Long Island's always like just a different experience. Being from Queens and like, well, I'm from the border of Queens, so I go to Valley Stream and all the time. But like, coming out,
that's
east,
not the same.
Yeah, it's kind of
still kind of like the city.
Yeah, it's still like it's just such a different vibe out here. So it's like it's kind of cool like coming out here. Especially doing comedy and stuff like that, because it's just a different
atmosphere, different
It's
crowd
a different
of people.
atmosphere, and it's kind of like there's like pros and cons to it. I think the pros are like the community is much smaller, so everybody knows everybody. which is, kind of a good thing, especially if you get along. You know what I'm saying?
In the comedy world, yeah, I think since I've been doing it almost 2 years, I think I know pretty much almost everybody on the Long Island scene that does comedy.
Yeah.
I've met one time at least, or done a show with them or whatever.
Yeah, and like I said, it's cool. Everybody so far, it's been so good as far as like other comics. Some of the shows sometimes it's a different because like there's some shows we could get like really, 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 really white.
Yes.
And it's like, oh shit.
Yes.
Yeah. And
you never know what you're gonna get out here. You could find a very conservative crowd, or you could find a very liberal crowd, depending on where you are, and it's kind of a toss up.
Yeah, Sometimes it's like, sometimes you like, and I thought like black crowds are hard because I did like sometimes you do like really, really tough black crowds and you're like, oh shit, this ain't gonna be good. But it goes to show you it doesn't matter what the crowd is. Either you're funny or you're not. You have your bad nights.
Yeah, and you have to. Every comic that I've talked to, that's been in the game for a while, they all tell you you have to learn to work around it.
Yeah, no,
like
absolutely.
You have to learn to switch that crowd around and make them laugh.
Yeah,
like
no matter what the situation is. Yeah,
and for me, I'm always the one that, and they tell me not to do this. Like that's the worst thing you can do. But I'm always the guy that stares at the guy that's not laughing.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to the other people laughing. I'm looking at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like, all right, what do I got to do to make you laugh, guy?
It seems it could be a distraction because that could throw off you off like as everybody's rolling along with you, having fun with you, and that just one person. But I remember looking at an interview with Patrice, and Patrice like, not everybody has to laugh, and that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's always that you don't need everybody to come along for the ride because you're being yourself, and not everybody
likes you.
Yeah. And it should be that way. It's not bad if you don't make everybody laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I think what I think it is too, being a comic not that long into the game and watching comedy all my life, people forget like it's these huge comics, they get these laughs because those people came to see them. Mm-hmm. They knew who that person was.
Yes, absolutely.
They walked in there knowing exactly what that person's comedy is, and they enjoy it, and that's so no matter what they say, they're going to get that laugh.
Yeah,
we can't.
Well, for the time, as long as they hold it consistent, I mean, it could be like the first couple of minutes, like they're riding with you because they know who you are. But if you don't have them, then then reality starts sinking in, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah,
I've been watching. You watched comedian Jerry Seinfeld documentary?
No, I didn't watch the documentary.
God, please watch it. Please watch it. That's like the best one. That tells you everything. Like, basically this movie came out in 2001, I think. And it's just a documentary of him just killing all his old material and starting all over. But he's like a freaking joke machine, man.
He's doing it again.
Yeah.
He's starting all over again.
But he always does. Like, it's like for somebody to do that. I have jokes I've been holding on for like 5-6 years that I know work, but I'm like, I need to move. You know what I'm saying? It's but he just all right, that's it. Starting all everything over, and you see him in the beginning just bomb. There's one scene where he's like at Gotham and he's bombing, and a lady in the crowd asks him like, "Is this your first time?" Like, I think she sounds like she had an accent, so she might be a foreigner and probably doesn't have a clue.
Oh, he might have gotten. I've been to a couple shows where it's nothing but foreigners, and they just kind of look at you like, I don't get it.
And it's just so hilarious that he's just like explaining himself, and it's just like for him, and to see him be uncomfortable and start all over.
Yeah.
I can see why certain guys like Eddie Murphy probably never step on a stage again. I can see why. He
doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to. But I can see he's such an iconic comic at the time. You know what I'm saying? And
he was ahead of his time.
Yeah. And for him to just stop. I mean, well, I don't blame him for stopping because the movies were coming in, and then he's like, all right. That shit was hard, you know what I'm saying? Because the process is so tough, you know what I'm saying?
You got to remember back then too. You had Pryor who was killing it.
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy had to evolve and be more distinctive.
Yeah,
and be funny.
But not to say he came. When did Delirious come? He was what 22, 23 or something.
Delirious came out. I
know in the 84, 85.
I was young when Delirious came out.
Yeah.
I may have been like I don't remember. I know I saw it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it years,
me too.
years later, obviously.
Me too.
My parents wouldn't let me
Yeah.
watch that.
yeah. I was like,
No, you ain't watching
Yeah,
this.
me too.
You know, I used to secretly sneak, like, we had HBO, and it was like, when HBO first came out, that was like it played whatever it played.
Yeah.
And then when there was nothing else on TV, you just watched HBO. And I used to I used to be up early in the morning watching comedy specials.
Yeah.
Like all these comics that I should have not been watching.
Watching,
You know.
But it was like, when he was so young, and then like he just shot.
He blew up.
Yeah, he just it was just catapulted past everybody. And then when he just stopped doing, like, when he never stepped on foot on a stage again, it's like, well, damn. God, you kind of get it now.
You want to know what gave him all that I don't give a fuck money?
Yeah.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek.
Yeah.
The Shrek movies.
You don't think it's before that? I was like, Coming to America.
He had money.
I mean, probably that. I wouldn't say, Shrek, because he got the voiceovers.
Yep.
Was that his first voiceover?
I
know it was probably his first notable voiceover.
Notable. And they did 4 of those movies.
Yeah.
And those movies fucking sold
Chill,
ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, and he probably never had.
That's why you don't see Mike Myers anymore either, because
those
those 4 movies alone just Mike Myers had money from the Austin Powers.
and
he had money from doing all the Beverly Hills Cop movie. He did a bunch of movies. He's Coming to America.
He was just rolling in.
He was just rolling. But those 2 movies gave both those guys enough money to go, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You don't have to see me ever again.
Yeah. That was it. Chris Tucker too. Chris Tucker is like another one.
He's doing another Rush Hour movie.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, everything comes
Chris
back.
Tucker was a hilarious stand-up. It sucks that he didn't get more roles after Rush Hour. I don't know.
No, because he made so much money, and I think he had a period where he was just like, "All right, I'm good with this," because he was paying like $20 million each movie, and he was like, "I'm good." And I think he had a religious experience at one time. And then he was just like, nah, I'm chill. I'm good with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm mellow. I'm fine.
I'm good.
I think he interviewed Michael Jackson, or like, I know him and Mike had they had a pretty tight friendship. I think after a while, when because he was in like one of his videos. Like Chris Tucker had a hot point too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. When Friday came out, that was
I
mean, I think more people. Even though Mike Epps is hilarious, I think more people were annoyed that Chris Tucker wasn't in the second Friday.
Oh, yeah.
It took a minute for people to get...
I think there was a conflict with Rush Hour, right? Or he was like, I'm making this right. I don't need Friday anymore.
No, I think Ice Cube wrote him out of the script.
He did?
Yeah. I know that there was a falling off with Hollywood and Chris Tucker for a little while.
That's why I think he might have had a religious experience or something.
No, something happened between him and a producer or something like that. And I don't remember if it was for... which movie it was, but I feel like that I read somewhere that something happened and Hollywood shunned him and wasn't going to
like blackballed him. Okay,
yeah, which it fucking happens.
Yeah,
and then eventually he got into Rush Hour, the Rush Hour 2 movie and Rush Hour 3. I mean, you haven't really seen him in much
after that. He's like
anything else.
Like, did he make enough money like to be like, all right, I'm good? Or
I'm sure he did.
There's so many stories.
The Rush Hour movie was a fucking dope movie.
No, the franchise, the
whole franchise was fucking great. I love those movies.
Yeah, I think the first one and the second one. The third one I remember is because it came out kind of late, and it looked like I saw it in the movie theater, and it looked like it when it came out. It probably was done like a year and a half ago or whatever, but it was just so. That Rush Hour 3 was kind of, but I mean, it is. Hey, they're always going to do well. After a while, look at Fast and Furious. That movie's never going to die.
No,
they're gonna go up. They're gonna break records. They'll probably get like what's the most like that has the most sequels? Maybe Friday the 13th or
Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th or Halloween or one of those.
Yeah, but they're gonna have. I can see them.
Movies.
They can put out and then having a spinoff with Dwayne, and it's like that franchise is. It's unbelievable how well it is done.
Well, there's a couple flops in that franchise.
Yeah, but what's crazy
Tokyo Drift was a terrible fucking
yeah,
movie.
because I think Vin Diesel got too big. Vin Diesel thought he was too
Diesel
big
was-
for his brand.
Vin Diesel came out and said, "I don't do sequels.
Yeah.
I'm going to be one of those guys." No, you're not going to be one of those
Yeah.
guys because your movie career is going to go.
Yeah,
if
it
you do
really
that.
did.
Don't
Because I
piss
remember he
people
took
off.
a couple of roles. Like he thought he was hot shit.
After
Yeah,
Pitch
like-
Black.
Yeah,
he was like, "I don't."
Pitch
do
Black. Yeah,
sequels.
because Riddick. Yeah, Pitch Black was actually good. I
was a fucking
enjoyed
great
it.
movie.
Yeah,
That was a great
And then
movie.
I didn't see